ladies and gentlemen. Time to get this party started. Friday night on the Foolish Show podcast. Live once again. Y'all come on ahead and check in. I'm back again with another live stream. You know, we get on here and talk about real life stuff. Reality talk. This is presented by Reality Music Entertainment. Support the movement. I appreciate all the love and support from everybody all across the world who tune in. And always be showing me love, man. I appreciate that. We're going to get into it in a little bit. Let me make sure everything's set up. Y'all know the routine. Then we're going to get it popping. We got to get it popping. Can't have it no other way. We can't have it no other way. So we're going to have another dope podcast tonight. Friday night on the Foolish Show. We live streaming on Kick, Facebook, and YouTube. Hope y'all get ready to have a great weekend. Nothing but good vibes over here. This is how we do it. So remember, the live chat is always open. Join in on the conversation. Tonight's topic, we're going to talk about how much is enough. What is your breaking point for you cutting somebody off? For you not dealing with them no more? What is your breaking point? How much is enough? So that's what we're talking about tonight, folks. So go ahead and grab you a snack, fix you a drink. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it in a minute. Let me just make sure everything is set up right and we have a good time. Shout out to everybody watching around the world, man. I appreciate all the love and support. And we're going to keep this thing growing. Because most people ain't going to give you real life talk. They're going to give you clickbait, trying to suck you in. But we have real life conversations. Because this is a real life that we're living in right now. This ain't no joke. Life is short. We could be here today, gone tomorrow. So we got to live life to the fullest. Make good decisions. Put God first. Good things will happen. But tonight's topic, how much is enough? What is your breaking point? What does a person have to do for you to cut them off completely? For you to say, I don't want nothing else to do with you? Do they have to put their hands on you? Is it when they disrespect you? What is your breaking point, your cutoff point that will push you to really cut off somebody and not deal with them no more? So I know this topic has so many different answers because nobody's the same and everybody's relationship ain't the same. So everybody has different cutoff points. So what is your cutoff point? What would it take for you to cut somebody off? Not deal with them no more at all? What would it be? Do they have to cheat on you? Lie to you? Steal from you? Sleep with a family member? What would it do for you to get a divorce? What would it take for you to be fed up? See, everybody has different breaking points. Some people can tolerate more than others. Some people don't accept no BS at all. So tonight's topic, y'all, we're talking about what is your breaking point? What does it take for you to get fed up and say, I've had enough and walk away? When you're in a relationship or in a marriage, does it take for the other person to cheat or consistently cheat? Does it take for them to put their hands on you and start being abusive? Maybe you got a woman that always hits you. You might got a man that always abuse you, black your eye. Does it take for him to put his hands on you? for you to reach your breaking point? Does it take for you to catch your woman cheating in bed with another man to reach your breaking point? What is your breaking point? What will push you to the edge and say, I had enough? I don't want nothing else to deal with you. We ain't got nothing else to talk about. Everybody has different breaking points. Some people can tolerate more than others. Some people you can get away with more than other people. Some people give you a chance and a chance and a chance. Some people give you only one chance. You know, they say you forgive, but a lot of people don't forget. A lot of times it's hard for people to forgive. Do y'all understand what I'm telling you? What is your breaking point? What is it going to take for you to say, I'm out? Don't call me no more. Don't look my way. I ain't got nothing to say to you. Does it take for you to consistently be embarrassed, being put down, being heartbroken, being messed over? What is your breaking point? What will drive you to the edge and say, I'm through? I'm done with this. I can't take no more. So I know different people have different answers because everybody ain't the same. Some people will forgive them and forgive them and forgive them and forgive them. And say, baby, it's going to be all right. I'm going to change. I ain't going to do that no more. But what happens when things don't get better? Fear says, for a man lying to me, for a woman lying and cheating. So fear say for a woman to start lying to him, that's his breaking point. And he feels like for a woman, lying and cheating is their breaking point. How do y'all feel about that? There's a lot of truth to that, Fizz. But nobody can tell you what you should accept. Only you know your breaking point or how much you can take. Fizz says, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That's what the old folks used to say. So if you keep letting a person make you look like a fool, then you got to start looking in the mirror. You're like, if you don't got your heart broken over and over again, and you keep going after the same man or the same woman, you got to look in the mirror. You got to start taking responsibility because you choose who you dealing with. You choose who you lay up with. You choose who you giving your heart to. Fear says, now that's why I break off contact because ain't no one will lie to me and get away with it. See, I understand where you're coming from, Fizz. Some people, that's not their breaking point. Some people will tolerate all the lies and say, well, I love them. We don't have too much time together. So sometimes you can be in love and be so much in love till you can be blind. You can be blind in love and you can't see the truth. Even though the truth will slap you and hit you right in the face. So only you know how much you can tolerate. What's your breaking point? So that's what we're talking about tonight, folks. Because everybody don't have the same breaking point. Some people might let things slide. Fear says those people are weak. And that's true, Fizz. A lot of people is not strong enough and brave enough to walk away from certain situations. Maybe they could be afraid. In some cases, they might be afraid for their life. They might think, if I leave him, if I leave her, they're going to try to kill me. So I get it. But you got to make a decision that makes you happy that you ain't got to live the rest of your life unhappy and be in fear. You got to be brave enough to walk away. If you're not in a good, healthy situation, you got to find the courage and the energy to walk away. So what is your breaking point? What does a man or a woman have to do for you to say, I'm done with you forever? Fear says it's lying. He can't take a woman lying to him. Fear says family is one thing, friends and lovers is another. See, everybody has different breaking points. You got other people that they can forgive people for lying. Long as you ain't sex nobody else. They might say, long as you ain't sleep with nobody, I can forgive you. Or you made that mistake, I forgive you. Some people will give you chances. Some people won't. It depends who you're talking to. Everybody ain't gonna tolerate the same things though. Some people tolerate more than others. Some women let men get away with more than other women would. And some men that let women get away with certain men want to go for. It might be cool if your woman come in at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You might give her a kiss and lay down with her. Another man might say, hey, go back where you come from. Don't touch me. Matter of fact, don't even get in the bed with me. See, everybody ain't gonna have the same reaction. Fear says, but they already lied, so why believe them ever again? I understand where you're coming from, Fizz, but some people can look past it. Even though they've been lied to, and the people get in their ear and talk all that sweet stuff, they be like, okay, baby, I ain't going nowhere. You mine forever. I forgive you. Ain't nothing wrong with forgiving people, because we're supposed to forgive. The Bible teaches you to forgive. Don't have no hatred in your heart towards anybody. Fear says, I have a standing rule. If I find out somebody has intentionally lied to me, I'm done with them forever. I hear you, Fear. And you standing on business. And that's what you stand on, that's what you believe. I feel you. Some people can tolerate more than others. Fear says some people are dumb. It all depends who you talk to. It all depends on who you're dealing with. What kind of person you laying up with. Do you got somebody that's devious? Do you got somebody that's unfaithful? Do you have somebody that's not loyal? Flirtatious? Fear says forgiveness is God's job, not mine. You have the right, Fizz, to believe and live however you want to. I can't tell you how to believe. I know we all supposed to forgive. You don't hold no hatred on your heart for nobody, no matter what they did to you. We all done been done wrong in our life. So you'll have a lot of anger on your heart if you walk around and be mad at everybody that did something wrong to you. If you be mad at everybody that told you a lie, you're going to be mad for a long time. So you got to let go and move on. Because we all deal with the same thing. Everybody gonna have somebody to disappoint them in some kind of way. It's all a part of life. We got to take the good and the bad. But what is your breaking point? That's tonight's topic. What will push you to the edge to say, I'm not talking to this person anymore? I don't want them near me. I don't want to have a conversation. I don't want us to be in the same room. What is your breaking point? Fear says, not really. I just find people who don't lie to me. Much respect to you, bro. If you can find people that always keep it 100, much respect. Everybody ain't that fortunate. Fierce says disappointment is not the same as being lied to. Once again, Fierce have the right to have his opinion. I would never challenge nobody on their opinion or what they believe, because you have the right to think how you want to think. Everybody ain't gonna think the same. I don't expect everybody to think like me or believe everything that I believe in. So it's all love, Fizz. It's all love. Keep interacting with the show, brother. But back to the topic. What is y'all breaking point? What does a person have to do to finally push you over the edge? What does it take for you to say, hey, I done had enough. This is it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none of your lies, none of your excuses. I'm walking away for good. Everybody's not strong enough to do that. Some people are hostage in their mind. Some people feel like I don't want to walk away. I don't want to start over again. Some people feel like I done invested too much to walk away. Some people feel like, oh, we got kids together. I can't walk away. There's many different reasons why people are afraid to walk away from a situation, even though it may not be good for them, even though it may be toxic. Everybody ain't strong enough to walk away. Everybody don't have that willpower to cut that toxic out their life. Some people get a kick out of it. Some people love that stuff. Oh, nah, they love me. He be cussing me out, but he loved me. He slapped me sometimes, but he loved me. Fear says, I will ask that person, who do you respect more, yourself or the person who has lied and manipulated you? Fear, trust me, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. Especially when you know the truth and somebody look you right in the eye and tell you a bold-faced lie. So I understand. Fear says those people need to find a spine or God. I understand. I understand where you're coming from. But some people can tolerate more than others. Some people, that's not their breaking point of somebody lying to them. Some people can get past that. Some people might say, I love them so much that it's going to take more than that for me to let them go. Now, I respect somebody who fights and try to hold on to their love. But just make sure what you're going after, what you want, is worth fighting for. A lot of times you fight over stuff that ain't worth fighting for. Or you fight over people, a woman or a man that ain't even worth it. A woman or a man that don't even treat you right. They don't even appreciate you. So what you fighting for? There's nothing to fight for if that person don't really love you. If you always getting mistreated, always getting your heart broken, getting your feelings hurt, you can't tell me that's love, because love's not supposed to hurt. Love's supposed to make you feel good. Don't tell me that's love. Don't say they love me. Fizz says she only hits me when she's mad. But how much can you tolerate? How much are you willing to accept a person doing to you? What is your breaking point? Is it cheating? Is it them getting violent? Is it them constantly lying to you? Or is it they ain't even coming home no more? Or they coming home to you at any time of the night? Fizz says she only calls the cops on me when she's drunk. I deserve it. Well, when you drunk, you must be trying to say, Fizz. Those words are of weak men. But what does it take for you to say, you know what? I can do better. I deserve better. I don't have to settle for this. I'm a king. I'm a queen. Why am I tolerating this? Why am I just settling for something when I deserve more? Don't short yourself. Don't shortchange yourself, especially when you know you deserve more. Fizz says, nope, I said it the way I meant it. I hear you, Fizz. But back to the topic. What is your breaking point? How much does somebody have to do to you to say, man, I'm done with this? How many times they gonna have to break your heart and hurt you to say, you know what? I ain't gonna let them do it to me this time. I ain't falling for I miss you this time. I ain't falling for the things gonna get better this time. I'm not falling for baby. I'm not gonna do it no more. What is it gonna take for you to get in that mode? What is it gonna take for you to get brave enough to pack your things and go? For you to put your foot down and say, hey, this one I'm drawing the line. I will not let you use me as a doormat and step on me anymore. Everybody has a breaking point. Everybody gets to a point where you get fed up with something. What is your breaking point? What will make you say, hey, that's it. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. Stay away from me. Don't come near me. We ain't got nothing to talk about. No, I don't want to meet you nowhere. No, we can't get in the bed. You got to be strong. Strong enough to say no when things ain't right. When you ain't happy. When you're not in a good situation. When that situation is putting your life in shambles. You have to be brave enough to walk away. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes you need to start over. The game you playing on played out. Sometimes you got to hit the reset button. Start all over again. There ain't nothing wrong with that. A lot of people are afraid of that. But sometimes your heart and your mind need that. You need a fresh start. You need to know what it feels like to be cared for and loved again. Because obviously the person that you with wasn't getting the job done. What is your breaking point? What will push you to the edge and make you say, I done had enough? I'm not taking this no more. I'm not dealing with this. You won't get me no more. I will not be your fool again. What would it take? How much you willing to deal with? How many times they got to make you cry? How many times you got to sit in the room all alone in the dark and cry your eyes out? How many times you got to call your friends and vent about how you ain't unhappy? How many times you want to let people play with your feelings, play with your heart, and you not put your foot down and do nothing about it? You have to be strong enough and brave enough to walk away. Walk away from something that ain't right. Walk away from people that don't mean you no good. People that ain't bringing that but negative energy in your life. You have to be strong enough to walk away from that. Never settle for less, folks. Hold the high standards for yourself in your life. You don't have to put up with that. You don't have to deal with anything. We choose to deal with certain things. We choose to put up with certain things. But everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has that breaking point when you get to that point where you get fed up to the third degree. And you say, I ain't taking this no more. But it takes a lot of courage. A lot of people are not brave enough to do it. A lot of people just settle for being unhappy. You have to put your happiness first. No matter how much you love the other person, if you ain't really happy, then you're living a lie. It ain't nothing fun about living a lie. Pretending like you happily married. Pretending like you in a great relationship. When you cry your eyes out every night. When you don't have no confidence no more. When you look at yourself in a negative light. So tonight's topic, how much is enough? What is your breaking point? What will push you to the edge to say, I'm not dealing with a person anymore? How much does they have to do to you for you not to be willing to accept that anymore? Don't be afraid to take control of your life. Stop settling for things that don't mean you no good. Don't get all your time and love and energy that somebody ain't going to appreciate it. It's not going to value it. It's going to take it for granted. Find you somebody who's going to appreciate you and appreciate your love. Don't waste your time just giving away for nothing. Because you'll never get those years of your life back. If you date somebody for 5 years and nothing came out of it, you pretty much gonna throw 5 years of your life away with somebody who ain't really care about you. Think about that. You gotta be brave enough to say I had enough. You gotta put your foot down. No matter if you're a man or a woman. No matter if you're married or just dating. No matter if you got kids or you don't. It comes a point where you got to find your peace and happiness. That's important. If you don't have that, then you don't have nothing at all. What are you living for? If you can't find peace and happiness in your own home. How much is it going to take for you to get fed up? What is going to be your breaking point? What will drive you to the point where say, that's it, I ain't dealing with it no more? I'm not going to let this person keep doing me like this. I'm not going to keep being used and abused. I'm not going to keep being degraded, lied to. What is your breaking point? What will push you to the edge but make you say, I'm done with this? I have to protect my heart. You can't continue to be nobody's fool. Especially when they don't appreciate you. Especially when they don't appreciate your love and your time. Your affection. You might be so deeply in love with this person. But they don't appreciate it. They take it for granted. They feel like you will always be there, no matter what. They feel like they can do all the dirt they want, and you will never leave them. So what that pretty much means is they feel like they got you wrapped around their finger. They know when I call, you gonna come running. How much it's gonna take for you to have enough and get fed up? What is it going to take for you to put your foot down? What is it going to take for you to say, I can do better? I'm going to have to put up with this. Why am I accepting this when I can do 10 times better? These are the things that we must ask ourselves. When you're in different relationships that you know are unhealthy, it don't mean you no good. Whether you're dating them people or it could be friendships. Some friendships you got to cut off. Some people that you might have known for a while, but if they keep showing you they ain't no good, they ain't your friend. If they keep talking behind your back, they ain't your friend. If they keep trying to sex your significant other, that ain't your friend. If they keep telling all your business, that ain't your friend. If they keep stealing from you and telling you lies, that ain't your friend. Do y'all get what I'm trying to tell you? Never settle for less. Don't be nobody's fool. God gave you some sense. You need to use it. Don't be nobody's punching bag. Don't let nobody sit up there and abuse you and use you. You got to be brave enough to walk away or run away. Get yourself away from that situation. Because if a person ain't changed after a while, they ain't gonna never change. If you ain't dealing with them for years and they ain't showed you no signs of changing, it ain't gonna happen. Some people are just stuck in their ways. You can't change them. They're gonna be who they is. All you can do is accept that. And if it's not what you want, then you walk away from that person and you find something better. But you don't just settle for anything. What is your breaking point? How much you willing to let people keep playing with your heart before you say, you know what? Stay away from me. Don't hit me up no more. Don't come near me. Stay out my life. Don't call me. Don't contact me. Don't look at me. What is it going to take for you to get to that point? How much somebody has to do to you for you to get fed up? For you to cut them off completely? How many times they going to have to abuse you? How many times you going to let them talk to you any kind of way and cuss you out and embarrass you in front of family and friends? How many times you going to have a black eye? These are the things you need to ask yourself. What is it going to take for you to have enough? What does it take for you to go say, I'm not dealing with it anymore? This is my breaking point. I don't reach. I'm not going to stand for this anymore. See, this is the stuff that we need to be talking about. It's easy to sit here and gossip about what's going on with so-called celebrities. But let's talk about what's important, and that's everyday life stuff. We all deal with relationships and friendships. And some of us right now are in toxic relationships where ain't nothing but negativity and you ain't happy. A lot of us choose to deal with it. You choose to accept it You think in your mind that is love. One day you have to wake up and smell the roses. If you wake up hurt, if you wake up in pain, if you got a lot of heartaches, that ain't love. Because one thing they told me about love, it don't supposed to hurt. Love don't supposed to hurt. So if you're dealing with something that's toxic, you got to ask yourself, do you deserve better? Ask yourself, should I upgrade? Should I stand here and continue to deal with the disrespect? Should I stay here and deal with the verbal abuse? Should I stay here and deal with all the cheating? Should I stay here and deal with all the lies? What is your breaking point? What will push you to the edge of finally walking away and cutting that person off? How much wrong, how much dirt do they have to do to you for you to have enough? How many times they have to hurt and break your heart for you to have enough? How many lies they got to tell you and you got to catch them in for you to realize they don't really care about you? What is it going to take for you to stop being a person's fool? For you to open your eyes and see the truth. Accept the fact that that person really don't love you. They just manipulate you and play with you. Sometimes we just have to accept the truth, even though it might not be what we want. It might not be the outcome that you want, but you can't deny the truth. The truth will always set you free. Never be afraid to take control of your life. Don't settle for being unhappy. Don't settle for a relationship that don't deserve your all. Don't settle for a person who don't value and appreciate your heart and your love. Don't let people mistreat you. Stand up for yourself. Don't allow people to do anything they want when they walk into your life or when they walk into your bedroom. Don't give them that power. Take control of your life. You don't have to settle for it, folks. What is it going to take for you to reach your breaking point and be happy? When you be brave enough to walk away from something that don't deserve your love and attention. Walk away from a person who took you for granted. Walk away from a situation that wasn't worth your time. What is it going to take for you to reach that breaking point? For you to realize that I can do much better. I can find somebody that treat me right. I can find a good woman or a good man that I can come home to and build with. Build a foundation with. Share good times with. Love on each other. You got to be brave, folks. You got to build up the nerve to be brave and walk away from something that ain't good for you. People that ain't good for you. Everybody don't mean you no good. Everybody ain't a true friend. Some people just be around you just to use you. That don't mean they love you or they care about you. Do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell you? So what does it take for you to wake up and say, I'm not dealing with these type of people no more? I'm not going to accept this nonsense anymore. I'm not going to let y'all keep playing with me. You're not going to keep making me look like a fool. What is you going to do? What is your breaking point? Everybody has one. Everybody has a point when somebody keep pushing you and pushing you and pushing you to the point where you might even snap. Everybody has a limit to how much you're going to take. What is your limit? What you are willing to accept? What is you willing to allow to walk in your life? What kind of person? Are you going to accept the person that really don't care about you? That mistreat you and talk to you any kind of way? Are you willing to accept a person that always disrespect you even when you're out in public? Don't respect you as their man or their woman. That person that treats you like a piece of meat makes you feel like you're nobody. Come home and talk to you bad and cuss you out and tell you will never find nobody better than them. There's a lot of people dealing with that situation right now. But you got to be brave enough to walk away. You got to be brave enough to take control of your life. Stop selling for less. Life is too short to be unhappy every day and crying your eyes out. Especially if you got kids around. You don't want your kids to grow up in a toxic environment because it messes up their head. When they got to see mom and daddy or boyfriend and girlfriend cussing and fussing every night. Throwing things and breaking things. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some situations are real toxic. Real toxic. Well, you got the kids in the middle of it. You got to do better than that. You got to use your common sense. When you know things ain't right, when you know that person ain't right for you, you got to be brave enough to cut them off. Let it go. Don't sit up there and settle for less and be unhappy and putting on the front and living a lie. Walking around holding that person's hand when you really can't stand them. Still laying up in the bed with them when you can't stand them. You don't want to live a lie. Got to be brave, folks. How much is enough? It's tonight's topic. What is your breaking point? When do you put your foot down and take control of your life? When you stop letting these fake friends use you. When they don't do nothing but talk about you. Spread your business. But sit around in your face and you saying that's my homeboy, that's my homegirl. When they constantly doing stuff to set you up. They'll be the ones that mess around and get you killed. We got to be careful and look out for these type of people. We allow these people in our bedroom. We allow these type of people around our children. When you know they have no good intentions. You think they're going to change and they never do. You think things going to get better and it never does. You pray for things to get better. A year go by and they still doing the same thing. Still treating you the same way. It's still the same outcome. You're still getting the same results. It's time to wake up and say, I done had enough now. It's time for me to get my and go. It's time for me to keep it pushing. It's time for me to get my insanity back. It's time for me to take back control of my life and not let this person keep manipulating me and playing me for a fool. Put your happiness first. If you ain't happy, how you gonna make somebody else happy? If you don't love yourself, then how can you love anyone else? It always starts with the person that you see when you look in the mirror. It always starts within yourself. Don't settle for less. Hold your life to a high standard. Don't just give your love to anybody who don't deserve it. Then when you let them in, you let them use you and abuse you, make you cry, hurt your feelings, break your heart, and you choose to put up with that. You still choose to deal with it. You got to be brave. Find the strength to walk away. How much does somebody have to do to show you that they don't care about you? What they have to do to tell you that they don't give a damn about you? They don't care how bad they hurt you. They don't care how many times they step on your heart. They don't care how many lies they tell you. They feel like you ain't gonna never walk away. They feel like they got a hold of you. Like they got a spell on you that you can't shake. You have to find your peace and happiness. Don't sit there and just live a lie when you know you ain't happy. Don't put up with nonsense when you really don't have to. It's a lot of good people out there. Find you somebody that's good and not bad. Find you a good woman who gonna appreciate you. Find you a good man who gonna value your love. Not play with it. What is your breaking point, folks? What does somebody have to do to you to say, I'm done? I'm finished with you. I ain't got nothing else to say to you. I don't want you to come near me anymore. I don't want to sleep and lay up with you no more. What is it going to take? How much can you take? How much are you going to tolerate before you put your foot down and you stand on business? You take back control of your life and now not let people continue to play with your feelings and your emotions. How much is it going to take for them to keep pushing you till they push you over the edge? How many times you going to tiptoe on that edge before you fall? You can't continue to be nobody's play toy. when you allow people to play with your heart and your feelings, you deserve better than that. Why are you selling it for that? Why do you feel that you have to deal with that? Why you let this woman walk all over you? Why you letting this man walk all over you? You don't feel like you can do better? You don't feel like there's other fish in the sea? You thinking about all the money that got spent? What you thinking about all the times? How long you been together don't matter if you ain't happy. You could have been with for 6 years, but that's been 6 years of hell. It wasn't 6 years of happiness. What's it gonna take, folks? What is your breaking point? For you to say, I done had enough of this. The hell with this. You ain't gonna do me like this no more. You will not talk to me this way. You will not continue to cheat on me. You will not continue to be sneaky on me. What is it going to take for you to draw that line in the sand? Some people can tolerate more than others. Everybody tolerant level ain't the same. Some people will say, okay, I don't care about that. That don't bother me. They can look past certain things. Some people don't. Some people, if you try them one time, they gone. Some people, if you cheat on them one time, they gone. You got some people, if you tell them one lie, they out. Other people will choose to stay. Depends on who you're talking to. It depends on what they're looking for in a man or a woman. What is happiness to you? If that person ain't bringing you peace and love, then how can you continue to deal with them? When they bring you nothing but heartache and pain, why are you still there? Why are you still messing around with this person? Why are you still giving this person all your love and affection when they done showed you time and time again that they don't care? That don't make sense. That ain't smart. Tamika says, I'm here. I'm trying to join. You know you got to click on that link, that rescreen link, Tamika. But I appreciate you joining. If you're just joining in, man, this is the Food and Show podcast. We live streaming on Kick, Facebook, and YouTube. Tonight's topic is, what is your breaking point? How much are you willing to tolerate? What does a person have to do to make you draw the line in the sand and say, hey, I ain't dealing with you no more? I'm not putting up with this. Some people can tolerate more than others. Some people, it takes a lot for them to walk away. Some people, it only takes a little bit. Some people, it only takes that one time for you to mess up. And that's it. They out. They done. They finished with it. Everybody ain't the same. I don't know what your breaking point is. Everybody has a breaking point. When you get to the edge where you say, I can't tolerate it no more. I can't deal with it no more. I'm not going to accept it no more. It comes to that point where you want to cut that person off. It comes a point when you start frowning up when you see that person. It comes a point where that person calls your phone, you want to throw it across the room. If you're in a situation like that, then you ain't really happy. You're in a toxic situation that's full of negativity. You ain't got peace and happiness in your life. And some people feel like they can't do better. Some people feel like I can't walk away. I got too much invested. Hold on, Tamika. Let me see if I can get you the link. But don't settle for something that ain't really gonna make you happy. Stop selling for less. Everybody got a breaking point. How much you gonna sit there and take? How many times you gonna let that person hurt you? How many times are you gonna be disappointed? How many times you gonna continue to let that person break your heart? How many times? How many times? That's what you got to ask yourself. One day you got to be brave and be strong enough to walk away because you deserve better. Don't be with somebody. Don't be friends with somebody. Don't sleep with nobody. Don't get married to nobody who really don't care about you, who really don't mean you no good. You're wasting your time, your energy, and all your loving. Somebody could be getting that good loving. You wasting it giving to somebody who don't care. But we're going to wind this thing on down, man. Let everybody get ready for their weekend. I appreciate all the love and support. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel if you ain't already. Reality Music Entertainment. That is the movement. This is the Foolish Show podcast. It ain't nothing flashy. I don't have all the lights and the backgrounds and all that there. We don't need all that. We come here to talk. I ain't come on here to put on a fashion show. We come to talk about real life stuff. I call it soul food. I try to feed y'all soul food. Something that's going to feed your mind, body, and soul. And we all deal with relationships. We all done had our heart broken. We all done been taken advantage of. So it's all right for us to talk about it. But I appreciate y'all, man. I'll be back on the air Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure y'all check in. Make sure y'all Google me. If y'all want to know more about me, go to Google, put in Rapper Foolish, Florida. Put in Reality Music Entertainment. Put in the Foolish Show podcast. Put in Reality Music merch. If you want my official merchandise, we got new merch on deck, folks. Brand new beanies, hoodies, t-shirts. Vibes with Meeks, I see you. We're going to catch up on the next podcast. We about to end this live stream. I appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all stay safe. Don't be afraid. Take control of your life. Stop selling for less. Make sure you have somebody that's going to make you happy. Don't be afraid to walk away and find you something better. Everybody has a breaking point. Don't continue to let people walk all over you. Don't continue to let people break your heart. Don't continue to let people abuse you, manipulate you, walk all over you. Put your foot down and be strong enough to tell yourself, I can do better. Life is too short to be unhappy. Vibes with Meek says, let me know. Stay safe, blessed. Love yourself first. I appreciate you, Queen. We'll be catching up on the next podcast. But y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Stay safe. I'm out. One love, everybody. This is the Food